Hotel. Namaste. Good afternoon, God and goddesses. You know I'm with Unc. Um, Today's life hack is about having the courage to face the source of why you feel the way you feel. So today is about the courage. Right now, I'm in Bradenton at the Gamble Plantation, slave plantation. And when I rolled up, I felt like the Django coming up in the NAD. My NAD just happened to be a vehicle, you know. Um, I wasn't gonna do a video today, but just sitting here on the same soil that some of our ancestors or our forefathers and mothers could have came from. Um, and not all slave plantations were beaten and killing was set up. It was some slave plantations actually was set up back like African villages, but that's a whole nother story. We're not going to talk about that. But slavery, this was a physical slavery. This is the White House in the back, you know, Master House. But we could be free physically, but we can be still enslaved mentally. Because just because if you've been in slavery, in a physical slavery for so long, it's going to be difficult when you're released from that slavery to have a different type of mental programming. Because you are so used to that pattern of somebody telling you what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. So when they give you your freedom, you're physically free, but mentally you're still enslaved. So we have to have that courage to address, have a conversation to that slave mentality we have. And a slave mentality based on lack, entertaining unhealthy thoughts, unhealthy behaviors, far as too much sodas, something that simple. Not breathing appropriately. In our nostrils, out our nostrils. Simple things we do that cost us no money but a little time. So are we willing to do the small things to help us release that slave mentality bondage that we have inherited through our families, through our blood, through our so-called education? Unlearn what you think you know and start over again. Your mental capacity and your mental thought process has definitely changed 10 years ago compared to now. So if you go get another, forget talking about you, there's plenty of books I've read. And as I revisit them and read them again, it's something I never paid attention before. Because mentally, my soil wasn't ready to receive that seed of knowledge. Now that you've grown, went through certain situations, and that knowledge has become readily available again, revisit that. And now your soil is ready to reap what you're putting inside of it. Love, peace, joy, and the courage to push forward, regardless of what your body or what your mind is telling you. To become successful is not easy. It's just like doing a squat or a lunge. It's gonna burn while you're going through that process. But if you deal with that burn, if you breathe appropriately, you will get results. Sculpted hamstrings, sculpted quads from putting in work. Embrace that pain. Look at your pain, give it a hug, and kiss it in the mouth and say, look, we're here for the long haul. Because we can't elude something that's elusive. Because we keep trying to figure out why the pain is there. It's going to persist because we are giving it mental energy. If you stop thinking about those unhealthy situations where you are right now, think about where you want to be. Think about what you want to have. Think about what you have already. Think about the positive aspects of your life. You got 2 arms, 2 legs. I know plenty of people in wheelchairs are a lot more happy than people that have all their working limbs. Why is that? If you having such a bad day right now, imagine how all those slaves felt when they was on the board of those slave ships coming across and it was too heavy. All these women and children and men that took a deep breath of air and their last breath was salt water. Let that resonate with you for a second. Is your day really that bad? Or is it the thoughts you're entertaining that make your day seem that bad? Yes, it's uncomfortable, but you're not getting ready to get thrown overboard with chains, a guaranteed death. We all gonna die, but they had an expiration date because they knew that chain was getting very close to them. Get off the chain, people. Let that chain go with those unhealthy thoughts. This is Coach Hamm. Always engage in your mind. Think about what you're doing to yourself. Like, comment, share. Hit that button and subscribe. Coach Hamm, Godspeed. Go Hamm. Peace.